Good afternoon, Gareth. How
Hi.
are you?
Yeah, good. You?
Yeah, fine, thank you. If we could start off with the usual question, any injury updates to tell us about?
Well, we've got a couple of players eligible back in Ruby, Mace and Alana because they were obviously left and not able to play in the FA Cup competition. Bunny came back, missed yesterday's session, came back today and it still doesn't look quite right at the moment. Wasn't able to kind of fulfil full training. So, yeah, it's kind of two back, maybe one out.
And is there a latest with Steph and her ankle?
I think Steph is progressing along well. From what I hear, she's moved to the next stage of a rehab. I think she's due to be out on pitch soon. Same as what I'm recently hearing about Lucy Bronze as well. But that's still probably looking like a few weeks off at the earliest.
Yeah. A chance tomorrow night to sort of put the disappointment of the weekend behind you. And now this competition, given the start in the league as well, really takes on added importance, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's always an important competition. We go into every competition trying to give it our very best. And yeah, it now becomes a little bit more important in terms of what we want to try and achieve. So yeah, it's a good game for us to put kind of the weekend out of the way.
And how is Karima in terms of her confidence? You know what the game's like with goalkeepers. You can make a lot of saves, but it's the mistakes that get highlighted. Is she okay? Is she in a decent frame of mind? Because obviously she'll have to get back on the horse and go again tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think Karima's okay. I mean, she would have been hurt by the weekend. I think, like you say, the criticism and the praise never seems to go hand in hand. It never kind of equals out. I think she's done really well for us this season. She's been thrust into a real difficult situation, where we've lost two of our goalkeepers and we've now lost a third one as well. So, Karima's had consistency of games and, produced some really good performances for us. So, we're aware that she's more than capable and we'll rally around and make sure she's ready for this run of games that we have.
And just one final question from me. In terms of your opponents tomorrow night, I think they've gone 4th, 3rd, 2nd the last 3 seasons in WSL2 and they're now top, obviously. They're obviously a club that is slowly building and trying to do something special. Yeah,
it's a good team. It's a good team. They've won 6 out of 7 this season. They're at the top of the league in the Championship and, they proved a difficult opponent for United in the last round of the Conti Cup and we're expecting the same tomorrow, so we need to be ready. We need to be right in that fixture because if not, there's obvious problems that they could pose as an opposition. So yeah, it's a game we're looking forward to. The fact that it's at home, and then builds us up nicely for the game at the weekend.
Best of luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Well, thanks, Jamie. Can we go for Flo? And I think it's for the written section, if I'm right in saying.
Yeah, this will be for written. Hey, Gareth.
Hi.
Kind of a follow-up to Jamie's question, really, on where this game comes in your week and the season. Is it a blessing or a curse in a way, because obviously with the injuries it's more bodies going out on the pitch and more risk, or is it a way to bounce back after Sunday?
Yeah, a bit of both. I think we need to try and get a balance of the squad in terms of who needs some minutes, who potentially has played quite a lot at the moment. I think not wanting to have even further risks with injuries or more injuries than what we have currently. So I think that's the balance. And then, like you say, I think it's just about getting back out on the pitch, doing what we do, trying to play our way, which I didn't think we did enough of on Sunday. Although the circumstances around it were obviously very difficult for us, players kind of playing out of position, which we were aware of. But I think it's a good game for us tomorrow. And yeah, then like I say, we'll turn our attention to the Leicester game as soon as this game's done tomorrow evening.
And in terms of the Conti Cup itself, it always feels to me anyway like a slightly strange competition because it's changed format and it falls with the group stages in the middle of the week and things like that. I mean, for you and your side and the players, like, how do you see the status of the competition? Is it one that you set out from the outset that is a big priority for you, or with the league and the FA Cup almost come first always?
I think people are naturally pitch it at a certain level in terms of priorities of what's important. But for me, it's a chance to win a trophy. You know, I think it's a trophy that we've won previously. It's probably as difficult a trophy to win as the FA Cup. I think, you know, they've changed the kind of format with it a little bit with this penalty rule that comes in now with an extra point. So I think it's a good competition for us to be in. It's one that we want to go all the way in. I think it's important for us. And then, you know, we obviously have the other FA Cup this season, because this one that we've just gone out of in the semis was the fallover from last season. So yeah, it's a priority. It always is. But I think even if we were in a better standing than what we currently are, it would still be an important competition for us.
Cheers, Gareth. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Flo. Emma Sanders, BBC, please.
Hi, Gareth. Nice to see you.
Hi, Emma. You too.
Cheers. Yeah, I just wanted to ask a quick one about Grace Pilling, because she was obviously on the bench on the weekend, and she's obviously a young player. I think she's only 16. So, yeah, can you tell us a little bit more about her? Because, probably a lot of people don't really know much. Yeah,
we obviously to work around Grace's education at the moment, obviously, because she's still a young person, young player. So the training sessions with us have been sporadic, but, you know, when she has been with us, she's done really well. You know, she's a really good girl to work with. Chris has spoken of her highly, and yeah, she's been kind of thrust into a kind of big situation at the weekend. And with our current climate of players, and especially in the goalkeeping department, then she's going to be with us until we can find another solution, and it's very difficult at the moment. I think Ellie, to be fair, is potentially maybe another 3 weeks away, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, without wanting to put a time frame on it, because we've done that previously with a couple of players and it hasn't paid off. So hopefully things are starting to look a little bit better on that front.
Nice one. Thanks, Gareth. I'll
Thank
come
you.
back to you for the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
Thanks, Emma. Dan Penland, please.
Hey Gareth, hope you're well.
Hi, Dan.
I've watched probably a lot of Durham this season, and they're a side who seem to be top of the league, but without kind of a prolific number 9. Does that kind of make your preparations in terms of, you know, scouting their threats, I suppose, and preparing for them a little bit more difficult in the sense that they're a bit of a different outfit, I suppose?
Yeah, I think they have players that contribute from all over the pitch. You know, they're quite fit, they're quite physical. You know, they've got a big profile of players physically, I think, and they show really good energy. You know, and watching them against United, they were always in the game. I think, like you say, the way they've got to the top of the league is by being really united as a team, and I think they proved that they're, you know, over the last few seasons, that they're becoming more and more established in the Championship, and obviously they want to get promotion this season, and they've made a really good start.
And are you kind of a little bit, I don't know whether relieved's the right word, but pleased to be playing them on grass rather than, you know, at their place on 3G? It's become a bit of a fortress for them, I suppose, and, you know, I know I was at the game on Sunday, and it feels like you never really know when the ball's going to bounce as well. Yeah, we played it last season against Leicester, and it's definitely an advantage for the team that are training on it and playing on it on a regular basis. It is a different type of game, and like you say, the bounce can be slightly different, and it always feels quite a fast game, I think, on 4G. So pleased to have the tie here, and it's another opportunity for us to go out and put in a decent performance, and we're hoping to do that. And just finally, obviously, we know how much money's in the Super League these days in terms of the investment and everything. Obviously, Durham aren't affiliated to any men's club. Do you kind of think that the days of those kind of sides playing in the Super League are over, or could you see kind of those, you know, teams in the future, you know, maybe spending, 3 or 5 years in the Super League, you know, on the back of their own kind of, you know, their own business plan, I suppose? Well,
you would, you know, if they get into the WSL this season, you know, if they get promotion, then they would have fully deserved it. You know, they've been a team that's always been up there or thereabouts in the Championship for a few seasons now. So I can see the point you're making about that type of model. But yeah, I think it's great when you have that type of team that are doing really well, and making everybody sit up a little bit more and take notice of the good stuff that they're doing.
That's brilliant. Cheers, Gareth. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Go for Bethany, please, her football hub.
Hi, Gareth. Hope you're okay.
Hi.
Just a really quick one from me. You said Bunny Shaw obviously wasn't able to train yesterday. Are you able to give a little bit more information on that, please?
She's just got a situation with a foot stroke ankle that she immediately was icing in the game at half-time at Chelsea on Sunday. So we took the precaution and she wasn't able to train yesterday. She started the practice today and had to come in. So we'll just have to assess her for tomorrow. We'll give it another 24 hours, which we have. Yeah, the signs didn't look good, if I'm honest, when she wasn't able to complete the warm-up. So, but who knows? I think with those types of injuries, potentially you could, feel a lot better tomorrow. So it was similar with Philippa at the weekend. We weren't able to use her unless it was a real emergency because she suffered a bit of a dead leg, which has now thankfully settled down.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.